What's going on?
Welcome to the Zompire Horde podcast. Join us every Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, as your hosts, Vlad the Rad and Michelle of the Dead, discuss horror, true crime, and the macabre. Episodes available on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Join us, won't you?
Hey!
Hello and welcome back to an all-new Zompire Horde podcast, episode 23, where we talk about the legendary career of Kane Hodder.
Yes,
How was
welcome. What was that?
How was that as an intro?
It was really, really good. You have a really good radio voice.
All right, here on 66.6 on your AM dial. We do have a comment coming in. This is from David Pratt in Tennessee. David Pratt in Tennessee says, Tennessee in the house.
Tennessee in the house. Every time he says that, I think of what's that zombie movie with oh God.
I don't know.
Anyways, just go on. Just go on.
I'm like, there's a lot of zombie movies.
I'm distracted right now. Anyways, what are we talking about tonight?
So this episode, we're talking about the legend that is Kane Hodder. Obviously, his career is still going, so, maybe down the road, we end up doing this another time. Russ says, what's up, guys? Russ has been on a guest on here.
Hey, Russ.
Inked Chaos, what's up, guys? Go Steelers. Fuck the Steelers, by the way. Leatherface is here, and he says, woo! Well, one of the things I do want to mention, since we are starting to get some people coming in, tonight we are doing a giveaway. We are doing the Kane Hodder episode, and so it's only fitting that if we're going to give away something, it would be a Kane Hodder signed Funko.
Look at how cute that is.
It is the 8-bit, so it's like the video game version. It does have the Game Over on top there, and Jason underneath has Beckett certification for all you nerds. So we are giving this away at some point tonight. And the way that you're going to go about winning that, and I'll have to, we'll probably have to post the questions a few times and things. We're going to post 3 questions. Do not write a comment what the answer is.
Rob.
Keep it to yourself because you want to win. So we're going to, throughout this episode, we're going to post 3 questions. After the 3rd question, we're going to post an email address. Send those 3 answers to your email address. That way I have it in chronological order, who came first, who was last, and everyone in between. And I'll open the first. Whoever has the right answer will go the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th until we get the right answer. That person will win this Funko Pop. I will ship it to you for free. This is absolutely free to you guys. This is for the Zompire Horde, the podcast fans. We love you guys. And so we wanted to do something fun.
Yeah, it's kind of a thank you for tuning in, and hopefully tell your friends what dorks we are, and you can come watch us and make fun of us. Especially
Old Tennessee says he doesn't even have that Funko signed.
Uh-oh. Well, he might after tonight.
Russ says, and the Ravens go Brownies. The Brownies.
Zombieland.
Oh, that's the movie?
Yeah.
Rob Beauchamp says, hey, guys.
What is up?
It's good to see everyone. We got a crazy amount of comments.
Where's Melissa?
We love you guys.
Hey, Derek.
Woohoo. So tonight's episode, like we said, is going to be about the legend that is Kane Hodder.
Who is Kane Hodder?
Kane Hodder is an actor / stuntman. He, you would know him from movies such as Friday the 13th, Victor Crowley, or the Hatchet series. He had a run as Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. I mean, the man's like, as I said, he's a legend. He's got a legendary.
I think I was watching like a documentary style movie about Ed Gein, and I was like, wow, that looks like a young Kane Hodder. And holy shit, it was. I was like, oh my God, it is. It's when he had hair.
I believe that, I want to say that came out in around 2006 is when that came out. And he actually still looked really young for that, not being all that long ago.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, he's been in literally everything you can think of. He had you wouldn't know him because he had a gas mask on, but he was in the Devil's Rejects. Like we mentioned, Hatchet, Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. It was 2007. He played Ed Gein, the Butcher of Plainfield. He actually played Dennis Rader in BTK that came out in 2008. I mean, so he's probably most well known for his turn in horror, but he's also had other roles outside of that genre.
Right. I think he's probably best known for Friday the 13th. He was in like 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Right.
He was basically 7, 8, 9, and 10. And hey, I was watching. I didn't get to finish Hatchet 2, but what did you think about the Hatchet movies?
I really enjoyed them, actually. As a matter of fact, since we do have some people on, I'm gonna go ahead and throw up our first question. So everybody, if you guys want to write it down, whatever you want to do, this is our question number 1. Again, don't write a comment on the page. Write this down on a piece of slip of paper at home, or remember it in your head, because you're going to get an email address. You're going to email it to us. If you write the answer down in a comment, everyone's going to get the answer. If they beat you to it, they win. So here's your question. What does Kane have tattooed inside of his lower lip? There you go. So there's your first question. Again, there's going to be 2 more after that one, and then you'll get an email address. First person who emails me with the correct 3 answers wins the Kane Hodder Funko Pop. All right, back to it.
Okay. It is Melissa. I was like, where's Melissa? So her internet must be broken.
Yeah, or she might, if she's watching from a different way, if she hasn't given permission for them to use her name, that could be too. But anyway, so back to Kane Hodder. Again, most well known for his portrayal of Jason Voorhees, which is why I used it in the image below. What is your favorite? I mean, because this is like a question I hear a lot, is what is your favorite Jason Voorhees kill? But more importantly, we'll narrow it. What is your favorite Kane Hodder Jason Voorhees kill? Go.
Oh God, I don't know. That's a hard question.
And everyone else, feel free. That question you can answer in the comments.
Yeah.
It's the question.
I don't know. What's your favorite?
I think
I had a hard time watching. I had a hard time watching the later Friday the 13th. I'm more of a 1 through 3 girl.
Okay, well,
but not has nothing to do with the Jason. It's just like the feel and the atmosphere and all that sort of stuff. So,
I think the obvious answer I think for everyone is the sleeping bag kill, because it's so.
Well, everybody loves that. Everybody's going to say that. Yeah.
Right. I think it's so iconic.
Classic.
Exactly, and it's
been redone a lot.
It's just a brutal way to kill someone in a movie. And for, a guy as big as Kane, he even talked about picking it up and swinging it and having how many times he had to swing the bag and everything in order to get the shot. I think, and I hate the movie. I think it's the worst Friday the 13th, which is X10 when he's in outer space. However, the frozen face where he smashes her face and like her face breaks apart because it's all frozen, to me is the coolest Jason kill.
Yeah, that's pretty original too.
Hoot Maki says that's one of her favorite kills, even playing the game. Have you played the video game Friday the 13th?
Yeah. Me? No, I don't really play video games. I was more of like a book person.
You're not a gamer.
No,
it wasn't your gig.
No. I mean, no. I was doing other stuff.
And then we got Luke says, dang, wish I would have done my homework on him. Sup, guys? Well,
hey, Luke.
To be honest with you, most of the answers, you'll find the answers throughout this podcast. We're not going to give them to you like give them to you. We're not going to feed them to you. But I mean,
It'll be clues.
You'll probably hear most of this stuff. Yeah, that game was great till the lawsuit. And then what's funny? It was a bit buggy, but what's funny is PlayStation actually right before they pulled it, had it for free. So I actually downloaded it for free.
Oh, nice.
So if I was fortunate, I didn't have to pay for it. But yeah, I think that the face smashing, I just thought it was so cool, and the way that they did it with the crystallization of her face and the insides of it, I just thought it was really badass. So I'd say that was like my favorite Kane Hodder Jason kill.
I'm really enjoying the kills in Hatchet.
Yeah.
Those kills, I mean, God, the dialogue and the acting is like passable, but the kills make up for it. They're fucking. I mean, they're not like the most awesome special effects in the world, but I mean, they're brutal. They're great ideas. They're great kills. They're super gory. They're super bloody. It's good stuff.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
The Victor Crowley kills, I feel like one of the cool things, when that movie has come out, is that I don't want to say, because I really do appreciate the early Friday the 13th when they were like, practical effects and things like that as opposed to CGI. But I really like some of the kills in Victor Crowley were like really brutal, and they couldn't have done it, unless they had to use the CGI. But it really worked in that film because of like the kind of campiness about it, and you know what I mean? It was just a fun. And what I loved about it too is as the series has progressed, they brought in Felissa Rose, Danielle Harris, and so they've gotten like a lot of really cool actors and actresses from other horror franchises to come into it. And so it's kind of become like an 80s kid, fucking nerdgasm, right? Like everyone you've ever wanted to see in a film together. I think Tony Todd's in one of them. It's like
he's in the first two.
Is it the first two? I knew it was. I thought it was part two.
He was in one also briefly.
Gore. Someone says, what do we got here? I got a Kane autograph on a Jason figure that says "fuck Victor Crowley." That's awesome. Actually, since she brought that up, I wanted to show off. I have a Kane. I've had Canes on plenty of Friday the 13th stuff. So I've had the Funkos, I've had the 8x10s and all that stuff. But there was an opportunity to get an autograph for Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, which is my favorite genre or franchise. And so let me see if I can get this in here correctly. I got this, which it says he put Saul's family, Kane Hodder, it in blue, and the blue looks beautiful. And then I did like a little blood splatter mat around it.
That looks so good. That looks so good. Yeah,
it came out really well. Actually, the funny thing is before I had this in it, I had an 11x14 of Bill Moseley as Chop Top in here. With that, that's what was originally in here.
Nice.
So I pulled it out for that.
I like it.
Hodder. I had actually a shadow box with a Kane signed mask, and everyone's like, "Oh, I can't believe you would have gave that up," or you know what I mean. But that was more important to me because it was Texas. But Hoot has a signed Kane Freddy glove, which is pretty cool because what was that in Jason Goes to Hell? When the glove comes up and actually grabs Jason's mask and pulls it down, that's actually Kane Hodder's hand in the glove pulling. So here's the thing: Kane Hodder has played not only Victor Crowley, like we just mentioned, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, and Leatherface.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he does Michael Myers at some point.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
It's pretty brutal.
He's still alive, so.
What do you say we do question number 2 to the raffle or to the giveaway? All right, guys, are you ready?
Let's do it.
So just really quick, just for anyone that jumped in late, here was our first question. What does Kane have tattooed inside of his lower lip? That was our first question. Like I said, don't leave a comment. You want to win. Keep the comments to yourself. Write it down, and then you're going to get an email at the end. Here is question number 2. Kane has his own paranormal group. Russ, I'm looking at you. You better get this fucking correct.
He knows already.
What's its name? What is Kane Hodder's paranormal group? What's its name? So that's our question number 2. There is one more question after this one, which will flash up here in a little bit, along with the email address for you guys. So there you go. That's question number 2. What is Kane Hodder's paranormal group called? There you go. So back to it. as we've said, legendary career. One of the other ones that I think people forget that he did was the movie House. I believe it. Wait, I think he did House and House 2.
Did he?
I want to say he did. And that was one of my favorites growing up. It was kind of it was scarier than shit. Like it was a pretty like scary movie, but there was a lot of
Yeah.
like kind of humor to it too, a lot of humorous parts to it. Did you ever get into the House films?
Not really.
No, they weren't like your bag.
I just never really. I guess I missed out.
Did you ever see Chillerama? That's another one of my like favorite movies. It's a what is it called? Like when you take 4 or 5 movies but and make it in one movie, kind of like Creep Show did. You know what
Oh
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So it's kind of like that. It's called Chillerama. Came out in 2011. One of the segments is hilarious, and it's about werebears. And what it is, let me make sure I get this correctly. I can't see comments right. Oh yeah, I can. Hold on. Chillerama. If anyone's been seeing Chillerama, he's Russ says he knew it immediately. um, apparently, Wes Craven was going to ask him to be Freddy way back. That would have been interesting. I kind of love Robert Englund. Maybe it's just
Robert
because I
Englund
know
was
Robert
in
Englund.
Hatchet also.
Was he?
Yeah, yeah. He was the dad fisherman who disappeared.
Oh,
The chick's
and like the
father.
very first one, right?
Yeah, and they like flash back to that.
I really
Yeah.
got to rewatch that. I probably should have rewatched that series before we did this,
Yeah.
but
It's a good
um,
one.
but back to Chillerama. I don't know if anyone in our comments has seen it. It's a fucking hilarious. It's like kind of horror comedy. There's one. It's called it's like Werebears, and it's these like straight acting dudes who like turn into like gay werewolves, and it's fucking
That's
hilarious.
awesome.
It's so good. But there's another one where it's called The Diary of Anne Frankenstein,
Oh my
and
God.
he plays what's a character called Meshuggah, and it's fucking hilarious. um, who says she has it and she hasn't? She probably liked it because I'm assuming that's what the laughing emojis was, but she hasn't watched it in a while. I'm assuming she's talking about Chillerama. There's another one that there's this guy has like I forget what happens, but he gets his balls like somehow he ejaculates. Somebody's like, hey, you're going on this. Something happens to his balls. And they're like, hey, you're going on this date. Make sure you jerk off before you go or whatever. And I think the girl either shows up at his house or he gets to her house and he's like, got to rub one out. And he shoots out like a cum that's like alive. And as it eats people, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh
So it's like
God.
this one like sperm becomes like as big as like Godzilla and it's eating the town. And anyway, they end up having to like blow it up or something. And
Oh
when
my
it blows
God.
up, it like sprays all over everyone's face. And they're like, oh, you got it in my mouth. Like
Ew.
it's fucking hilarious.
Oh my
Uh
God.
Kane was good in Death House and Old 37. I haven't seen Death House. My understanding is it's actually kind of like I forget the name of the movie, but it had like Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, like all these like crazy action stars, but they were all in one movie finally together. Jet Li and all
Oh,
that. I forget what it was called, but
I know what you're talking
um,
about.
but uh oh shit, I lost my train of thought. But basically, it was the Expendables. That's it. Thank you. She spelled it wrong, but I'll throw it up anyway. It's the Expendables. There she goes. It's like the horror version of the Expendables. So like Kane Hodder's in it. Um, uh, Robert England. You know, basically handpicked horror characters from
Right.
all these different movies come into one movie to, you know, probably defeat some horror person. But
Huh.
but yeah. So anyway, but you should definitely check out Chillerama. It's fucking amazing. And there's a lot of like little not guest spots, what do they call them when like, you know, an actor is in like has a
A
tiny role.
cameo?
Yeah, there's a ton of cameos in it too. So you'll
Nice.
definitely like if you enjoy stuff like trauma movies, you know what I mean,
Hmm.
stuff like that, you'll definitely like it.
Okay.
Apparently Bill Moseley makes a round in there, has a cameo. Uh
Nice.
but yeah, so it's so he has a character in that. Um but yeah, he like I said, another one of my favorites that he's done. I'm going down to look here. Death House. I'm trying to remember. There was one, somebody said Knife Corp. They had seen a movie called Knife Corp, which just came up on my list, which I haven't seen. So if anyone's seen Knife Corp, let us know what you thought of it. I'd kind of like to know. He was also in Waxwork as Frankenstein's monster. So he was in House 2, The Second Story.
I get it.
But he was not. Yeah. Oh, I didn't think of that. That's pretty fucking funny. That's actually really good.
Pretty good.
So he was actually, here we go. He did take a round in Walker, Texas Ranger. I think I did read that. Well, because if you look at his IMDb or whatever, you know what I mean? And
Right.
you go, as an actor, he has one set of thing. And then, but as a stunt actor, it's like
he's done a lot more as a stunt person.
As a stunt, I mean, goes back to like Lone Wolf and McQuaid. He was actually did Stunts in the Hills Have Eyes Part 2 in 1985. He did do stunts in House and House 2. Obviously, we already said Friday the 13th, Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Ghoulies 3, Ghoulies Go to College, which just by name alone, I feel is an underrated film. He did stunts in 7, if you remember that movie with Morgan Freeman, wasn't it? And what's that guy's name? The handsome gentleman from
don't ask me questions.
The vampire one with Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt. There we go.
The handsome one.
I had to take a full circle. Yeah, true. Yeah. But he was Wishmaster. So that's another cool one. He actually did stunts in Knights of the Roxbury, which I find comical. Enemy of the State. Yeah, I mean the dude's a monster. I wonder. Yeah, that was Monster. Was the Charlize Theron? What was this? The serial killer.
Eileen
Wuornos. So he did, that. The Daredevil movie.
See, I've never seen that version of Eileen's story. I want to check it out.
Really, it's the one with what the hell? I just said her name, Charlize Theron, or whatever, however you say her last name. It's actually really good. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like, all the movies always have a little bit of leniency in them, so you have to like kind of take it with a grain of salt, as far as like being 100% true to the story. Probably not really, but it's still a really good watch. Christina Ricci's in it. So I mean, it's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, definitely.
And I believe Charlize Theron won a ton of awards for that role. And honestly, when you see her as Eileen, you would never in 100,000
I heard she's unrecognizable.
Really, really, really is.
Wow.
But then obviously, like we said, Hatchet, he did all the Victor Crowley. And apparently, and now this has been mentioned, I haven't seen anything else from it, but apparently there is a Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game coming out. And he did the GameStop capture choreography and the stunts for the video game.
Huh.
So,
nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's
cool.
Just as a stunt man, that's a pretty impressive list of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But then you go as an actor, he did Alligator, which was his, I believe, second movie he was in. And he had, wasn't Burt Reynolds in Autograph or in Alligator?
Oh, I don't know.
What do you know? Do you know anything?
I don't know. I know nothing.
He was in in a couple of movies that weren't like horror, Under Siege, Best of the Best. So yeah, I mean the dude's been in literally a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
The Ed Gein I watched, it's pretty far off as far as the story, the actual story goes. It is a fun watch. I did watch it not that long ago, a couple of weeks ago, actually.
Yeah.
It was one of the reasons I had thought about doing this podcast. That, and then obviously for the giveaway. Yeah. So let's do our question number 3.
Oh yeah, good idea.
I left this up for far too long. We got excellent. Zac Efron did an amazing job as Bundy. You're 100% right, Russ. That is actually probably one of my favorites next to, what the hell is his name? Mark Holton as Ed Gein. I'm sorry, as John Wayne Gacy. But anyway, here's our third question, final question. We're going to really quick go over the first 2. Again, question 1 for anybody that was late. What does Kane have tattooed inside of his lower lip? Write it down on a piece of paper. Ready? Because question 2 was, Kane has his own paranormal group. What's its name? Write it down. Don't comment. Question 3, and our final question is, how many years was it between Kane's first and last on-screen portrayal of Jason Voorhees in the Friday the 13th? I'm sorry, I should have put films. I put film. I meant films. So between his first and last, how many years were in between those two? So what you're going to do is you're going to answer those 3 questions, okay? I'm going to leave this up for a second. You're going to answer these 3 questions. Again, write them down. Go to your email, and you're going to go to this email address. Question 1 was, what does he have tattooed in his lower lip? Question 2, paranormal. Question 3, how many years? And now you're going to email it to that email address.
Right now.
Right now.
Do it
right now.
Do it.
Whoever's
First
the
one
first.
with all the right answers wins.
That's right.
Everybody's been Googling our whole program, you know. So they're all going to be correct.
I'm okay with that. But whoever gets it to me
it's
first,
a fun prize, man.
There's no way for me to show you this. So let me grab my phone really quick so I can screen cap the first, as they come in, so people know we're not cheating. Let me go to the comments too. I am going to mute.
Okay. Hurry up. I don't like being all by myself.
Actually, it should come up here on my phone, and then if it does, I might be able to just show the screen to you. Do you hear that death metal music?
I do hear that.
It's brutal.
It's so brutal.
Let me go to, let's see. What's it called? Spam? Maybe somebody spammed me. No spammers. So we're waiting on you guys. While we wait, let's talk about some more Kane Hodder stuff.
Oh, well, I met him at Crypticon once.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah, I got choked by him. Hence the picture at the beginning of this show.
Oh, let me hold on one second. I forgot to do this while we were talking about it. So let's talk about you meeting Kane, which you did right here.
Yeah, I was with a group working for Crypticon, and we got to all get our pictures being choked by him. He was really cool. He's very strong.
All right, we got our first email. Let me see.
It's gonna be Melissa again, isn't it?
Well, we got one answer. Heather, you are incorrect. Try again. But let's talk about you meeting Kane. Heather,
that's about it.
One of your answers was incorrect. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. One of your answers was incorrect. But go ahead.
No, that was it. We just went and got our pictures taken with him.
And he strangled you. Did you talk to him at all? Did you ask him any questions?
Oh, we didn't ask him any questions. He was super busy. We just stole him from his fans for a few minutes.
Let me back up and see if we got any new. Nope. We're still waiting.
Nobody wants to win this thing? Okay.
Nobody wants to win this thing? Let me check my spam once again. I emptied my spam folder. Nope, nothing. Okay. Damn, I mean, I'll keep it. I don't mind keeping it. I like it. This is what we're playing for, just in case you guys didn't know, if you haven't checked it out.
It's very cute.
It's a Kane Hodder 8-bit video game version, Game Over, signed Funko Pop with Beckett. Where is it at? Beckett COA. So let's see. We got Derek Winsky. Derek, you are also wrong by one answer, and I think it's because you forgot one digit. Let's see. Missy Ann, also incorrect by one. And you all three got the same answer wrong, oddly enough. So let's see. You can, if you were wrong, please submit them. I can't tell you which answer you got wrong because that would be unfair. But we're gonna go until we got a winner. So I have Kane Hodder's autographs. One of you guys needs it. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just going to keep refreshing. Missy Ann, you were off by one answer. Again, Derek Winsky, you forgot one of your digits, and I think that's why yours is wrong. It's wrong either way. And then Heather Maki or Hoot Maki, your one answer was also incorrect. So refreshing. But just so you know, that's Can you see that? That's what I got so far in my timestamps. So I'm not cheating you guys. I just want you to know. I don't know if you could see it at all. Melinda Beauchamp. Here we go.
Do we have a winner?
No, she was also wrong. Same answer. Yeah, every one of them got the same one wrong, and it's like they're right. The answer
maybe you're wrong.
No, I'm definitely not wrong.
Okay.
Boom, we got a winner.
Not wrong.
Derek Winsky.
What?
Derek Winsky just got it.
Did he? Good job. Woo!
I don't know if it's gonna focus or not. So the answers were so let's go back here. It's gonna my thing needs a focus, sorry. So let's go back to our banners. We're gonna go. So what does Kane Hodder have tattooed inside of his lower lip? The answer is the word kill. That's what Kane Hodder has tattooed on the lower side of his lip. The second question was Kane has his own paranormal group. What is its name? Why is this not refocusing? Sorry, guys. Anyway, the name of his paranormal group is the Hollywood Ghost Hunters. And then the final question was, how many years was it between Kane's first and last on-screen portrayal of Jason Voorhees in the Friday the 13th film franchise? Well, funny enough, the answer to that was actually in the question, 13. It was so from part 7 to part 10, there was 13 years. God damn it, between the two. I know. I'm just like, let me get.
I'm having technical difficulties. See, that looks fine. You should just do that.
I'll just do
That's
this.
not
the whole
weird
time.
or creepy at all.
Hey, did you notice I got Zompire in my glasses?
Yeah,
hey,
look at that. You're fancy.
So Derek Winsky, congratulations! You have won this amazing, beautifully. It's in like a little hard, not a hard stack, but a little plastic.
Oh, hopefully he included his mailing address in that email so that you could send it off.
Mailed that guy so much crap. He says, "Woohoo!" Congrats from, I'm assuming, Melissa. And then I knew I missed the damn 3. LOL. Well, you came back and yeah,
he was too excited. He just misfingered it.
You know, I don't blame him. Oh wait, I got to go back and take this off. My bad. So Kane Hodder, a legend. Congratulations, Derek. By the way, as you know, I already have all your mailing information because I know you shit all the time. And actually, this is really funny. So my favorite football team is the Baltimore Ravens. His favorite football team is my number 1 biggest rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And so I have like a thing that mails everything out. It automatically prints your label once I have your address. Mm-hmm. And this, I'm going to put it up right here. This is what comes up when Derek's label pops up. It's hilarious. So anytime I send him mail, the package goes from my house to his house, and that says that the whole way. It's fucking
That's hilarious. So funny.
So what are we going to do next week? What are we going to talk about? What's on the agenda?
We had some ideas before that we talked about.
I'm just trying to get this to focus. I feel like, you know,
maybe you don't have it on autofocus.
You know, you're wrong. But anyway, it's possible.
It is possible. What were we talking about earlier in the week?
Oh, you know, one of the things I did really want to talk about was ways to torture people. Like,
yeah.
1,000 ways to die.
Yeah. That was one of the ideas. Let's talk about torture methods and devices.
Rob Beauchamp wants me to mail Derek's prize to him. I can't do that, Rob Beauchamp. And Derek is laughing at you for just something. So torture, ways to die, 1,000 ways to die in the West.
No, because it's not going to be just the West, and it's not going to be ways to die. It's just going to be torture.
I'm going to sit really close and talk to you because this sucks. Ooh, I can torture. I bet you that's Melissa.
Yeah. Well, of course she can. She's got like all those needles, and she's got that sucky thing. You know. Melissa.
She sent me a bunch of medical stuff, which is
I know. That was freaking awesome of her. Melissa was a guest 2 weeks ago. She was our last guest. We didn't do it last week because everybody was having their July 4th fun. But
so go back
she
and
was a
listen
lot
to
of
that
fun.
episode. That episode was a lot of fun. We got to
It was a lot of fun.
Really cool, gross stories from the what's it called? Emergency room from the hospital.
Yeah.
So next week, crowd, we're going to be talking about some ways
torture.
To torture. And I say we do another giveaway. Since we're going to do torture, what if we gave away an H.H. Holmes relic?
Ooh. Are we going to let them know what the relic is, or is it just going to be a surprise for now?
Well, it's a dirt relic from where the property was of the famous.
So you're telling them now. Excellent.
Yeah, fuck it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, we super appreciate you. Next week we're going to do torture. We're going to do a giveaway of a H.H. Holmes relic. So tune in for that. Again, thank you guys. Derek, I will be
congratulations.
Congratulations again. And good night, y'all.
All right. See you next week.
Bye. Welcome to the Zompire Horde podcast. Join us every Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, as your hosts, Vlad the Rad and Michelle of the Dead, discuss horror, true crime, and the macabre. Episodes available on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Join us, won't you?
Hi,